We are at the Embassy Theater today. We are going to do another segment in our 5-part series. I have with me Kelly Updike. Kelly, you're going to tell me a little bit about the front of the house and sort of the patron experience. Is that right?
That's right. This is a beautiful building. It was built for $1 million back in the late 20s, and so all the best materials, all the best artists from Europe came over. Even though this is a limestone state, there's not a little bit of limestone at all in it. A lot of marble from Europe. The floor is hand-laid mosaic. They brought an artist over from Italy to hand-lay it. And every once in a while, the artist skips his color pattern, and that was called his artistic mark. So we encourage patrons when they come in to look at the floor and look for that mark, because it's periodic throughout the whole main floor. It's a big plaster and steel building. The ceiling is suspended here in the lobby as well as inside in the theater, and it's heavy, heavy chains. And really, when you come into the building, it's as it looked in the early days. And it's very historic. We're on the National Register of Historic Places. And we had a donor who last summer funded our draperies, brought them back. They'd been gone for many a year, and it's like they were never gone. So we're very proud of that. And the fringe was created to the original fabric. It's not the original pattern, but it's close in colors, and again, they look like they were always here. And there were draperies actually originally that were on every nook and cranny in this building, because it was a silent movie hall. And a vaudeville palace, they wanted it quiet and dark. Sure. So we don't use the building this way anymore. We're a rental house, so we rent the stage and we rent the lobbies for weddings, receptions, and all kinds of things. And so patrons want to be able to have that good experience. So it's very, very beautiful. There's not a lot of decorating required.
I would imagine one of the fun parts of your job is to see patrons who have never been here marveling at the building itself is just incredible.
That's absolutely right. When they look up and they say, "Oh," and my favorite little child response is, you work in heaven. And isn't that adorable? I said, yes, we do. Yeah. Because from the fancy plasterwork to the risers that come out on the tiles, to there's just so many details to this building. It's very eclectic. The color scheme stays pretty much the same, but it's Art Deco in the lower levels, where our number 4 in the nation bathrooms reside. So it's very, very pretty.
Wow. Now, you mentioned that you rent out this area for weddings and receptions. What other types of events are held here?
We're a very busy stage. So we range everything from Philharmonic to Broadway to national headliners like John Mellencamp and Jerry Seinfeld. Because we're built to be a theater. It was a vaudeville palace. The sight lines are perfect. The acoustics are perfect. It's just a great hall. There are all kinds of announcements that happen in this building. We've had a wake or two since I've been here in the last 5 years. So it just fits really any big formal occasion.
Sure, because like you said, there really is very little decoration involved. I can imagine having a wedding reception here and not having to do a whole lot.
It's very fairy princess-like. It's very much like being in a castle when the wedding receptions are set up.
Or heaven.
Or heaven. That's exactly right. And we have a lot of patrons. We're number 49 in the world for number of tickets sold this first quarter of the year. So we're really excited about that. So people support us. This community is very strong in that, and it helps us as a nonprofit.
And to think that at one point it was going to be torn down. So thank goodness it wasn't. Kelly, tell me a little bit about the ushers here at the Embassy.
Well, the ushers number about 300 total in ranks, and they're all volunteers, and they staff our events for us. We layer some paid staff on top of that. We only have paid staff of 12, and that flows up to 18 for events, but they don't all work a show. So it takes 50 to do a show, a regular show every time we have one. It takes 200 to man for a day for Festival of Trees, which is a big event for us.
Now, do you just have to call the Embassy to volunteer to be an usher?
Yes, you can go to our website or give a call, and we'll take your name. We do training because they have to know how to get people in and out of the building safely, and they're very polite, and we have a lot of training and rules for that. So you have to be able to stand for about 45 minutes at a time, because it is all about the show and serving the patrons. So yes, call or email us, and we'll get you into a training.
They're always so helpful. I've been to this building a number of times, and I still always need help finding my seat, so they're very helpful.
That's good to know. We appreciate that.
Kelly, thank you for having us and for telling me a little bit about this Gorgeous building. Be sure you come out to the embassy, check out the floor, see if you can find the difference in the tile, and you can rent the embassy for an event, even a wake. It's like heaven, so come on out and take a look for yourself.